And the Chariot card. All right. Wow, that was a funny shuffle. Okay, so we have this Four of Winter. We have the Four of Spring, two fours together there. And we have the Chariot card. Very interesting energies for you, Aquarius. And we have, under the deck, we have a little bit of heartbreak here, a little bit of heartache. It's going to be different for everybody. Okay, I'm going to get 3 cards from the Romance Angels Oracle deck. Okay, here we go. Deception, like maybe referring to that 3 of Winter there. Give your relationship a chance. And religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. I'm seeing this for you, Aquarius. Let me get one more card for you from the Tarot of Sexual Magic in the area of physical intimacy. Nine of Cups. Nice. And the Eight of Wands into the deck. Okay, show the card as I see it. Very nice energy for you here. Okay, so some interesting energies for you. Right away, Aquarius, what I'm kind of drawn to is this situation. The Deception card. Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. Coupled here with the Four of Winter, which is a card, an energy represented in this card of spiritual retreat, quiet reflection, sometimes indicating a trip. But for you, as I'm kind of feeling the whole energy here, Aquarius, for me, what it feels like is someone's not being completely honest or has not been completely honest, and it's tiring. You know, whenever you are wearing a mask, you know, you've got your persona, it's tiring. You're putting up a false front. You know, it's so much more freeing and relieving to just be yourself. So either you or your partner may be experiencing this if you are coupled. And if you're single, then it could be your crush or potential love interest. But I also feel like it's more likely you if you're single. Maybe you're trying to put on a false front to get a date or to, you know, attract someone. And it's exhausting. You know, it's just too tiring. And you're really being encouraged. And it, you know, it's also, you know, hurts your heart a little bit every time you can't be yourself, because, you know, especially as Aquarians, you guys are so unique. You know, you have such a different way of looking at the world, and you have such a big humanitarian heart, and very original. So for you not to be yourself, I can imagine that it would hurt your heart, and it would be exhausting not to be able to just, like, you know, fly your freak flag, so to speak, and just be free like that. So for some of you, that's kind of how it's coming in for me. And then we have this Four of Spring energy right next to it, right next to the Four of Winter. So it looks like there could have been, as we kind of go into this time frame, a little period of feeling fatigue, a little bit of quiet reflection, not heaviness, just kind of like a little bit of like wanting to rest a bit. We have the Four of Spring, which is kind of this card of like a little bit of a celebratory kind of feel here, maybe around your home, but it doesn't necessarily need to be celebratory. I kind of feel like for some of you, it feels like there's like this initiation that's going through with your relationship, is how it feels like. So for those of you who are coupled, it feels like there has been like kind of not complete honesty about who you really are here, and there's kind of initiation as you kind of grow into intimacy. You get to know each other better because you're, you know, here we have give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. And so for many of you, because it is here with this Four of Spring, I feel like it is about the partnership. Often I'll read this card as, you know, work on yourself in the partnership, and that's always true. But here in particular, it's kind of for me saying don't necessarily give up on the partnership. There is the ability to have something stable here, but it's really going to be super important that you guys be honest with one another. And if you are single, with the Four of Spring and the give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership, it's like you're wanting to have this sense of stability, And in order to get it, you are being encouraged to continue to work on yourself. So if you are looking for someone who has a good job, consider, do I have a good job? If you are looking for someone who has a smoking hot body, do you have a smoking hot body? Those kinds of things. It's like whatever you're looking for in another, make sure that you're bringing that to the table as an equal partnership here, so that you're not trying to have someone fill something within yourself, or that you're looking for qualities within someone else that you're not necessarily willing to work on yourself. So that's kind of one of the messages of that for you, Capricorn. And then we have the Chariot, major arcana energy here, which I really like to see going into what would be kind of the future here of this time period. You, Aquarius, through your will and determination, through your inventiveness, through your unique and original ideas and abilities to harness the opposing forces within, you are suddenly moving very, very quickly forward and being in the spotlight. And with this religious factors card right underneath it, it may have something to do with you being a spiritual being or a religiously inclined, because it's with the Chariot. And I kind of feel like it may be that suddenly you get shot forward in terms of your spiritual growth, in terms of your spiritual awakening, in terms of your deepening of your religious beliefs. It's really kind of cool and very kind of powerful energy as I feel it for you. And many Aquarians aren't necessarily religious, but you are often have very unique and unusual ideas about spirituality and such. All right, and then we have in the area of physical intimacy, we do have this Nine of Chalices, which is a wonderful card of making a deep connection, of things working out very, very nicely for you. And I think, so for those of you who are coupled, and it goes back to, give your relationship a chance, whatever has occurred, I think that, and it may have something to do with finances actually, that maybe something happened where someone wasn't honest about money if you are in a couple. Maybe they were spending too much, or maybe they got fired from a job and didn't want to say anything. Could play out in a lot of different ways. And it doesn't necessarily have to be about that, but I just want to say that. But either way, in the bedroom, it looks like there is a lot of potential for a deep connection here. And if you are single and looking, this is something to aspire to, like relationship goals kind of thing. Okay, so I want to get 2 cards on this deception card for you, Aquarius. And it may be, that someone just did deceive you, or you deceived someone else, and it's just, you just need a little time to reflect and consider what that was all about. Deception, Aquarius. Okay, 10 of Summer and 2 of Autumn. Okay, so this deception card looks like it was kind of about maybe the family. This is sometimes a family card for me. Let me just take this in for a second, Aquarius. If it's not the family, it's about the people that you trusted. There is some kind of false self being presented, either with the, so if it could play out so many different ways, but I'm kind of feeling like maybe your partner didn't present themselves to your family in the way that was true, is one way it's coming in. But the kind of the outcome of this is bringing more play into your connection with one another. And so we have this deception card. It's about this 10 of Summer energy, which could just be that you were feeling very trusting, and you really were feeling this sense of great joy, and then you discovered something, and it just kind of made you not trust that person anymore. Either way, it doesn't look like it's like terribly a huge deal, but it's caused you to think a little bit and feel like you're juggling things, and really part of the energy of this card is to lighten up a little bit, but don't take all this juggling stuff so seriously. Maybe have a little bit more fun. It's not nothing earth-shattering here. We do have the Ten of Autumn under the deck here as well. So 2 tens, indicating for me that could be lasting gains or lasting losses. And the fact that you're being called here to encourage to give your relationship a chance, and that we have the Chariot moving forward. It looks like there could be a deepening sense of your intimacy with one another as a potential outcome, which is nice to see. You know, sometimes these little issues we have in a couple do push us deeper into our commitment to one another. And for those of you who are single, if this is you who's been wearing this false self mask, you've been presenting it to your friends and family or the people that you love and trust in a way that doesn't feel good to you, and so you're just being asked to lighten up a little bit here. Just know that you are worthy and deserving of love, no matter how different you are. Okay, I'm going to get 2 more cards on the Chariot, and then I'm going to close out your reading, Aquarius. My voice is starting to go. Chariot about for Aquarius. Okay. The Tower, life experience, and the 8 of Spring, and the Sun of the deck. Okay, so this suddenly moving forward card has to do with this, the life experience, an event that occurs. It may happen even very suddenly, because this is also about sudden things changing suddenly, messages coming in. And this life experience card says, let go of belief systems that no longer work for you, an important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. So it's about that. So whatever has occurred, again, we had that sort of 3 of Swords under the deck, 3 of Winter. There's something going on, and in order for you to move forward, it looks like something kind of bigger happens, and that thrusts you forward here. And then with the 8 of Spring, sort of the outcome is having to juggle a lot of different things. So it's nothing to be afraid of or worried about, but it's just something to be aware of. Like, things are changing and shifting for you. But it looks like they turn out in your favor. We have the Sun under the deck here, which is often a card of things, the text of this card says plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards, blah, blah, blah. And then we also have the 9 of Summer, which is kind of like dreams coming true. So even though there's a lot of things happening that you're maybe not totally sure about yet, something that's been occurring, regardless of whether you're coupled or single, it looks like it's pushing you in a direction of beneficial change. But towards the end of this time period in particular, it may feel a little bit like you're juggling quite a bit, but try to keep it as light as possible, Aquarius, and keep being true to yourself. Keep presenting your true face, your true thoughts, your true words, as best you can. It'll help smooth everything out. Okay, excuse me, let me get some water. Okay, I'm going to get one more card for you, and I'm going to get it from the Mermaids and Dolphins, because they're all about play. Okay. Alchemy. Oh, interesting. You have the Midas touch right now, and every project you begin turns to gold. What I really, really like about this card, there's a lot of things I like about it. First of all, it's an absolutely beautiful card. I love the fact that it's alchemy, because it means that you're turning something that you would perceive maybe not necessarily as good into gold, right? So it's a lovely card in that way. And also I'm really drawn to the fact that she may feel like she's drowning a little bit, but there is this, looks like maybe seaweed, some sort of a garland that she's clinging to, and she is supported. She's not going to drown, and neither are you, Aquarius, even though it may feel like it sometimes with a little bit of this energy. It's not, I don't know, it's kind of I can't get a real read on it, what the issue is, but something is going on here. I think it mostly starts with this fact that someone's not being clear and true to who they are. And if that's you, Aquarius, stop it. Start being more clear and more, showing your real face, because I'm not exactly sure what has occurred here. But it looks like it's pushing you in a direction that's going to be positive, and that you can turn into a beautiful golden opportunity here. So